All right, welcome. If you're just opening this textbook for the first time, I want you to think of this as more than just a course. Think of it as an adventure. We're about to take a guided tour of the living world, and it's going to be an incredible ride. Just take a look at this little guy, the strawberry poison dart frog. That incredible red color, it's not just for show. It's a warning sign. It's basically nature's way of screaming, "Don't eat me, I'm poisonous." This is just one of the thousands of amazing survival strategies we're going to uncover. And the scale of this journey is honestly mind-blowing. We're going to zoom way in to see the tiny little machines that are running your body right now, and then we're going to pull all the way back to see how every single living thing is connected in this giant, beautiful web of life on our planet. Now, the best part is, you are not going on this adventure alone. This entire textbook is powered by Notebook LM, which is basically your personal AI guide. So as you're reading, you can create interactive flashcards or take quizzes to see what's sticking. And anytime you get stuck or just curious, you can literally ask the AI questions and get answers right away. It's a pretty amazing way to learn. So, where do we start? Well, we start with the most familiar subject there is, you. We're going to dive right into the blueprint of the human body and check out all the incredible machinery that keeps you going every single day. Look, biology can get complicated, right? So we're going to use really clear, organized tools to break it all down. For example, this simple table breaks down your entire muscular system into just 3 types. You've got the smooth muscle in your organs, the skeletal muscle you use to move, and the amazing cardiac muscle that just keeps your heart beating, no questions asked. We're going to build your understanding piece by piece, just like this. And once we get the big picture, we're going to dive deeper, a lot deeper. This is what's actually happening inside your muscles when they contract. It's this incredible, complex dance of proteins that gets kicked off by just one tiny signal from a nerve. You're going to see exactly how that molecular ballet works. We're also going to tackle the really big ideas, the core rules of life, like homeostasis. Think about it. Your body is in a constant balancing act, working 24/7 to keep everything inside you, your temperature, your blood sugar, everything perfectly stable. We'll explore how it pulls off this incredible feat. And hey, if a concept like homeostasis seems a little tricky at first, that's totally okay. That is exactly what your AI guide is for. You can just ask Notebook LM something like, "Hey, can you explain homeostasis using an analogy?" And it'll break it down for you in a new way until it totally clicks. Okay, so once we've got a handle on the machinery inside an organism, we're going to zoom out. We'll start to look at how all these living things fit into their bigger worlds, from their own little neighborhood all the way up to massive ecosystems. This map just gives you a taste of the incredible variety of environments on our planet. We're going to journey through these different biomes, from a hot, steamy rainforest to the freezing cold tundra, and we'll see how the environment in each place totally shapes the kind of life that can survive there. And in these places, you find these 2 different approaches to survival. You have what are called endemic species, total specialists, like the Venus flytrap, that can only be found in one specific little corner of the world. And then you have the generalists, like a raccoon, that are super adaptable and can pretty much live anywhere. Understanding that difference is huge. And speaking of endemic species, Australia is like the ultimate case study. I mean, look at these 2. On the left, a wallaby, and on the right, an echidna. You've got a mammal with a pouch next to a mammal that lays eggs. When you isolate a whole continent for millions of years, evolution gets really, really creative. We'll also dig into the fascinating ways that species interact. Here, you've got a bird building this amazing nest in a tree. The bird gets a safe home, which is great for the bird. And the tree? The tree is neither helped nor harmed. It just doesn't care. This relationship is called commensalism, and it's just one of the many ways the web of life gets woven together. So, from those individual interactions, we're going to zoom out one last time to look at the biggest picture of all: how populations of living things grow, how they change, and how they affect the entire planet. These 2 simple curves tell a huge story about life. On the left, you've got what's called exponential, or J-shaped growth. This is what happens when a population has unlimited food, unlimited space, and it just explodes. But in the real world, of course, resources are limited, and that's where the S-shaped curve on the right comes in. Growth slows down and levels off when it hits the limit of what the environment can support. And this is exactly why understanding this stuff is so critical right now. That J-shaped curve of explosive growth, it's not just a theory in a textbook. It's what we're seeing right here with carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. You're going to learn the science behind this graph and really understand the massive impact it's having on our world. 11.5%. That's it. That is the percentage of our planet's land that's currently set aside in preserves to protect all the different species out there. So as you learn about all the pressures that life on Earth is facing, you'll be able to ask that critical question, is this enough? So after seeing the whole big picture, the focus comes right back to you. Because the goal here isn't for you to just memorize a bunch of facts. It's to turn you into an explorer, to give you the tools you need to go out and discover things for yourself. So this whole learning adventure is meant to be active. You're going to dive in, you're going to explore, you're going to test yourself with the quizzes and flashcards. And whenever you want, you can ask your AI guide for help. When you use all these tools together, you'll start to see how everything connects, how a mussel cell and a bird's nest and the global climate are all part of the same incredible story.
And we are absolutely not going to shy away from the big, tough questions. In 1968, a very well-respected biologist looked at those population growth curves we saw, and he made this terrifying prediction. It was a massive warning about the limits of our planet. But here's the thing, that massive starvation event, it never actually happened. So why not? Well, in this course, you're going to learn about the science and the innovations that completely change that story. And you'll also see the very real challenges that we are still facing today.
Ultimately, biology is just a field full of profound, amazing questions. How did life start? How does it change and adapt? And, what's our part in its future? This textbook, your curiosity, that's your starting point for finding the answers. So, are you ready to